happy Hamburger Day, all you beautiful radio listeners. Thank you for dropping in on our little happy hour. We appreciate you listening. If you're watching us on YouTube, here's a hand gesture just for you. You're welcome. YouTubers, feel free to hit us up on the chat. If you're listening on the radio through 105.1 FM, 1080 AM, maybe you're online at 1051thefan.com, Odyssey.com, the Odyssey app, or if you ask your smart speaker to find someone else that is as excited as you are to see a Mariners half a game ahead in the division and a full game below 500. And this is what you got. Use the fan text line. It's 503-2GO-FAN. That's 503-864-6326. Use it. Use the text line. Use the chat. Share your thoughts. Ask questions. Solicit advice. Or answer me this, dear listeners. What's the craziest thing you've ever done for cheese? Lowercase, while I was in Maui, did you and Joe already recap the Gloucestershire Cheese Rolling Championship? I don't want to step on it. Oh, you guys didn't get to that?
No, we haven't.
I thought that might have been Tuesday and Wednesday, but no show on Monday. I know things stack up, so it can be tricky.
Yeah, we had a lot to talk about Tuesday and Wednesday.
Yeah, what happened? Anything good?
Just a lot of basketball.
Just a lot?
A lot of basketball. Blazers coaching stuff. Spurs.
Oh, did the Blazers get a coach?
Not yet.
Then what were you talking about? Wait till they get a coach. Jeff Van Gundy is a maybe? What? Who cares? Just let me know when it happens. We got plenty of time before the Blazers season starts. And watch it just end up being Tiago Splitter and everybody goes, oh.
And I got to slide into a little MMA while you were gone.
Oh, barf.
Got to
trying to ruin the show and alienate the audience.
Got a nice little win in his first little MMA debut.
Okay. It's bad enough that you disgraced these airwaves by talking UFC.
I didn't talk UFC.
Well, do not call that fighting. Are you kidding me?
It was technically a fight.
Whoa, did you watch it?
Oh, I did.
Ugh. A very fat, out of shape Johnny Manziel leaning on some guy that has clearly never been in any sort of altercation. Like, that guy probably has a hard time sending food back at a restaurant after watching that. I don't even know who the guy is. I know he's social media something. Dude, that was rough. That's what it would look like if I got in a fight with somebody. That's why I don't fight anybody. Like, I used to think, like, I'm a pretty good scrapper or whatever. Now I know that I'm old and was probably never that good to begin with. That was bad. That was awful.
It was a tough watch.
Ugh. Trip to Maui was awesome. The cheese rolling competition, oh man.
Any broken limbs this year?
Oh, plenty of guys holding different appendages. Here's the thing. I don't know if you know this about the Gloucestershire cheese rolling. They go out to Cooper's Hill every year since they're guessing the 1830s, and they roll a 7 to 9 pound wheel of cheese down the mountain. If you've never seen it, it's a 50% grade on the hill, and people go tumbling down the lush green hillside. This, one of the hotter events that they've ever held. But since 2009, it is not officially an event. There is nobody that actually organizes it. Somebody shows up with cheese, plenty of people show up to run, and tons of people show up to watch, but there is not a sanctioning body. No one is in charge of it, so they do not release official injury records. What we had this year, though, last few years, this YouTuber from Germany, I don't know his name, don't care. He has won the event. You know what he did this year was he called out this guy, his name's easy, Chris Anderson, who has won the event a astonishing 23 times, and he called him out of retirement for a battle. The YouTuber won. Tom
Kopke.
Kopke? Is that what we're going to say? Kopke. That sounds right. So the German YouTube. I mean, it was a whole battle. Just a great event to watch. And I just wish we had more time to talk about it, but it was great. If you don't watch this every year when it happens, take the 12 minutes it takes to watch the people sprint down this hill. There's one guy that just comes up holding his arm, and you're like, oh, something's broken. And then, because of gravity, he comes up holding his arm, can't stop, falls again, pops up, and falls again. It's so good.
There's a new video game that Twitch and Kick streamers have been playing that is entirely dedicated to this, and you can play as both the cheese and as someone going down the hill.
How do you play as cheese?
You can move as the cheese.
All right. You know what? I was going to say that sounds stupid, but to be quite honest, I'm intrigued.
It's a fun watch.
My kids just started recently playing Goat Simulator. I don't know if you've seen that.
I have not.
But that's where you simulate being a goat. Yeah, that's a thing that my children play. It is hilarious. I think I'm going to be Spider Goat. Okay, kids, you just have fun with that. I'm going to hang out over here. Make sure you put your headphones on so I don't have to listen to the...
But I am looking at the Wikipedia for the cheese roll.
Yeah?
This Chris Anderson guy has 5 victories. Kopke only has 3.
Well, Anderson, they said he had 23 victories.
23 victories.
So it's a lot more. But he retired. He's a 38-year-old versus a 24-year-old. The 24-year-old Kopke called him out of retirement and goes, hey, if you think you're the greatest, come and take me on. And he beat him head-to-head. You know, I mean, doesn't get much better than that.
It's pretty good.
It's a lot better than Johnny Manziel fighting whoever. Take that. I'll take. You know what's better than both? I mean, I don't want to disparage the cheese roll, but I'll tell you what's better. June 23rd, right here in Portland, Oregon, at Langdon Farms Golf Club, Toyota presents the Fan Golf Classic. Afternoon's already sold out. Insider information says there is one morning round left. So if your boss has not given you permission to take the entire day off, just invite your boss, put him in the foursome, and then call him and tell him it got canceled at the last minute. He doesn't listen to the station anyways, and then he can stay at work, and then you go, wow, I already took the day off, so I might as well go out, and then you put in your actual fourth. It's very, very simple. We've got everything you need for the most fun day of golf. Activations, tastings around the course, the infamous Angels Envy Bourbon Par 3 6th hole, where all the fan hosts will be hanging out. Dirt and Sprague, Danny and Patrick, myself, Isaac and Suk. That will be awesome. The food will be awesome. It's Matt's Barbecue. Again, they're great. All you have to do is be the first one to get to 1051thefan.com. Click on the Fan Golf Classic logo to sign up today. There's also more information, but let's be honest. Just race and get there right now because everybody hearing my voice is probably already doing it. If you haven't started, you're probably going too slow. The Fan Golf Classic presented by Toyota is also brought to you by Vulcan Design and Construction, Henderson and Daughter Windows and Doors, George McCoy at Warren Allen Attorneys at Law, Battery Exchange, Mastro Dobel Tequila, Laurelhurst Market, Steakhouse and Butcher Shop, Philbrook Law, 1-800-DIVORCE, Roto-Rooter, El Gal Mezcal, Pub Beer, Cheap Fun, and Window Nation. So do it. Checking out those Mariners? You been keeping an eye on the Mariners? Huh?
Just a bit.
Nice little sweep of the Athletics. Has the season been great? No. Are they above 500? They are not. But the entire American League is either very meh or everybody's really good and it's just impossible to get a leg up. Who knows? Could be that. But let's be honest. If everybody's good, everybody's meh. So it all evens out. Right now, here's the one thing that I actually like. Do you know how many teams in the American League have a plus 500 record right now?
6.
No. Gonna want to go lower on that, Bob.
4.
There are 4. Tampa Bay Rays crushing it. They have lost 4 straight games, and they are still a game and a half ahead of the Yankees. They are one of 3 teams that have a positive run differential out of the 4 teams that are ahead. The New York Yankees have the widest margin. They have a plus 89 run differential. They can score runs. We know that. And Garrett Cole's looked pretty good since he's been back.
They can swing it.
Very nice. So that's probably your best team in the American League right there, even though Tampa Bay's got the best record. 2 teams in the Central, the Guardians and the White Sox. The only team of those without a positive run differential, just Chicago White Sox. They are at even 0. The only team under 500 with a positive run differential, tied with the Tampa Bay Rays, your Seattle Mariners. So that looks good. Colt Emerson looks like he is for real. He joined tell me if these names do anything for you. 20-year-olds for the Seattle Mariners to have a 4-hit game. Colt Emerson, Alex Rodriguez, and a guy named Ken Griffey Jr. Is that pretty good? Pretty good.
That's pretty good. Adrian Beltre really never had a 4-hit
But
game?
he was not 20 or under as a Seattle Mariner. Because he came there late, and let's be honest, he wasn't very good as a Mariner. He's a Hall of Famer, not as a Mariner, but with Seattle, we'll throw that out there. But yes, to have 4 hits under the age of 20, or 20 or younger, I guess I should say. So it would be under 21. But that is pretty fantastic. I don't love it. The piggyback worked, I guess, but you're pissing off your pitchers. Bryce Miller does not love it, has been vocal about it. Luis Castillo, who speaks through an interpreter anyways and isn't really vocal about anything, caught on tape throwing his glove after it. That whole thing still has me worried. If you don't know what the piggyback is, we talked about this last week. What they are doing, because they have 6 starters right now, because Bryce Miller is now healthy, Luis Castillo has been meh all year. What they have done is decided that when their turn comes around in the rotation, one of the 2 will start, the other of the 2 will finish. Now, last week it looked terrible, not necessarily because Bryce Miller was bad. He was great. Yet they pulled him anyways against the White Sox because they had to get in Luis Castillo. Of course, they pulled him, though, to put in a reliever. They put in Jose Ferrer, who goes in and gets the strikeout that he needed against Mooney Murataki. Fantastic. Okay. Fine. So you used one reliever. Then they put in Luis Castillo, who gets them to the 9th, gets in trouble, and then you call out your closer, who ends up blowing the save. That was awful. This week it worked. Bryce Miller comes in second, gives up a couple runs, but it didn't matter because they had a huge cushion. Luis Castillo gets pulled after 4 and is throwing his glove, and then you put in Bryce Miller for 5. So it worked from a saving your bullpen standpoint, but just reading body language and actual language, I just...
That energy in the bullpen, that's a pretty sacred thing in the MLB. Pitchers are weird cats.
There's no question about it. But you keep those guys in the same rotation. Emerson Hancock has been really good. You keep him in the same rotation. So all of your other 4 starters don't have to change their days off. You don't have to do anything. So at worst, you're upsetting a couple guys who are highly competitive, want to be out there, want to get all the reps in. Luis Castillo, be a little better. Bryce Miller, be a little healthier. Maybe we get it figured out. So what ends up happening with this, I don't know. But that's the one thing that I kind of worry about. It sounds like the communication around it hasn't been great, but there are very good things going for the Mariners. The plus run differential, the rookie being great. You're playing without Cal Raleigh. You're playing out without Brendan Donovan. So you've got a couple guys that are supposed to be mainstays out there that aren't. But hey, it's your second runner-up in the Vetter Cup playing good baseball right now. Let's go and do some. Do you guys miss when it's not here? Do you miss the In Case You Missed It?
I've missed it.
Okay.
I've missed it a lot.
Let's do it. In case you missed it, Colts quarterback Daniel Jones says he absolutely expects to be ready for Week 1, participating fully in individual drills at OTAs less than 6 months after tearing his Achilles tendon. Honestly, just watching that kind of speedy, freakish medical recovery has been so physically exhausting that Anthony Richardson had to take 2 days off from practice just to recover from watching it. It's pulled himself out.
He's putting a lot of stress on this eye with the orbital fracture.
That's right. That poor guy. Is he going to get another opportunity to start anywhere ever? Because I tend to think not. In case you missed it, 37-year-old free agent edge rusher Von Miller is publicly and privately lobbying for a reunion with the Denver Broncos to close out his career. Honestly, what are the Broncos waiting for? If this guy wants to come back, you have to assume that he's open to a team-friendly deal. Then on top of that, you get the AARP discount. It's a no-brainer. I mean, come on.
If you remember, Von Miller famously said that he chose to go to the Commanders.
He did over the
Super
Seahawks.
Bowl winning
Seahawks. He very much did. Just get ready for the headline. Von Miller signs with the Broncos for the veterans minimum, $40 off a Walmart Plus membership, 15% off at Denny's, and a free pocket magnifying glass with a built-in reading light. I mean, the deal writes itself. Just get it done, Elway. What are you doing? Is Elway still in charge? In case you missed it, the New York Jets rookie tight end and 17th overall pick, Kenyon Sadiq, underwent a hernia procedure that will have him miss the remainder of off-season program. Sadiq actually played through the injury in his final season at Oregon and completely gutted through a rookie minicamp before getting the surgery. Think about that for 1 second, will you please? You're telling me the guy that is widely regarded as the most off-the-charts freak athlete in the entire draft class full of freaks was putting up position record 4.39 40 time at the combine while playing hurt? Yikes! I cannot wait to see what kind of spectacular and creative new ways the Jets find to screw this draft pickup. I don't know how they're going to do it, but at some... It's like the twitchiest, baddest dude out there. He's like, yeah, I got a hernia thing, but don't worry about that. I'll just play through it. Yikes. This one's tough. In case you missed it, Rays' new relief pitcher, Jonathan Heasley, went viral last night after throwing up on the mound before delivering a pitch in his team debut against the Baltimore Orioles. Now, Heasley actually warned the team pregame that he had a historically weak stomach that acts up whenever his nerves kicked in, going all the way back to high school football. Warned the team? Dude, how about passing the warning along to fans that your new hurler is literally a hurler? The last thing you need to see on the big screen is a guy on the mound blowing chunks right after you take the last bite of a $17 hot dog. Seriously, just remind me not to go to the stadium on Jonathan Heasley vomiting bobblehead night. This is... They knew this was coming and did nothing about it? Did you actually see the video of that?
No, I haven't. Yeah. I'll see it during the break.
Oh, you don't need to. It's literally what you would... It's just a dude looks unsettled and then vomits all over the mound, then turns around and gives up a base hit, which then everybody else vomits. In case you missed it, despite throwing 6 hitless innings and hitting a leadoff home run last night against the Rockies, Dodgers superstar Shohei Ohtani was caught on hot mics furiously cursing at himself over a temporary lack of command. See, guys, take comfort in that. It just proves that even if you weren't completely terrible at your job, you would still find ways to absolutely hate yourself. It's just human nature. I mean, this guy's out there pitching no-hitters, hitting bombs, and he still hates himself. Meanwhile, every time Casey pushes the button to reward one of my dumb jokes with fake laughter, I feel like I just won an Emmy. So, you can be...
You had to jinx yourself.
You could be perfectly happy without being great, and being great doesn't bring happiness. That's all I'm trying to say. And finally, in case you missed it, we have an update on the story that everybody's been curious about. Tina Fey has completely cleared the air this week about the viral photo of Timothée Chalamet aggressively man-spreading next to her courtside at a Knicks game. She's insisting that there is zero bad blood. Honestly, Fey says the only real beef she's worried about now is having to kick Spike Lee's ass if he shows up wearing the exact same outfit as her during the finals. I don't know why they can't get over it. Just act like adults on this. Come to an agreement. Look, Spike, I wear the orange and blue zoot suit during Game 3. You can wear it during Game 4. It's not that hard, kids. Just...
I'll hit the T-pose. You do something else.
Tell you what, I'll wear the dumb glasses this game. You wear them. Yeah. Big thanks to our wonderful studio audience. Hey, at 2:30, get ready. Take your pick. Playing weekend series during Major League Baseball season. Kerry James is our winner from last week. You may remember this from before. He has opted out of every time he has won. He won a couple times during the NFL season. He said if he wins back-to-back weeks, he'll join us. Don't let that happen. Play along. Go to @FanHappyHour. Find the link. Go to my personal Facebook page, and you can play there. It's a ton of fun. It's free. You win. You'll be invited to join us next weekend. But next, why can't the Cubs catch a break lately? Will the new AI NBA referees be able to help you with your over-unders? And can a new scientific study about pigeons explain why I sometimes pee in the wrong room when I'm really drunk? All that is in the Daily Buzz. We do it next on Happy Hour. This is 105.1 The Fan.
The new home.
Thunder at Spurs, 5:30 tonight on NBC and Peacock. Get ready for a potential game-clinching opportunity for the Oklahoma City Thunder, although sounds like a lot of people are hating on the Thunder. Oh, their style of basketball is so hard to watch. They draw so many fouls. They're cheating the system by flopping and just getting to the free throw line. How boring to watch greatness of a team that plays team defense and team offense and has a superstar that might not do it the same way that everybody does it, but can actually make a mid-range jump shot.
And has a lot of role players off the bench who are playing fantastic and helping them lift them through games in the series.
Meanwhile, the Spurs should be in it. They've got this great player, and he's so wonderful. Can you imagine being 7'4" and how tough that must be? If things don't go your way, you should probably skip the post-game media thing and just cry in the bus like a baby. But don't worry, you won't be fined for it because the NBA loves you and can't wait for you to be the superstar. I'm not loving the narrative that I'm hearing on this series, if you don't catch my tone.
We do have some audio from Wembanyama's press conference from the other night.
Oh, perfect. Please, let's hear it. I thought you were going to go whiny baby. That's pretty good, though. That's pretty good. I don't hate that. I'm going to give you some numbers, okay? I know, it's not a great way to illustrate how things work, but, if there were some sort of statistical way of tracking, how many free throws people are shooting per game, and we could look at it maybe in a list, put it in a table so we could sort it by how many attempts somebody takes. Care to guess where in the postseason rankings? Now, I'm going to give you a little clue. There are 16 teams in the NBA that make the postseason. Free throws per game, guess where Oklahoma City sits for postseason teams in free throw attempts per game?
I'm going to guess second behind only the 2015 Houston Rockets.
No, it's this season. Out of the teams in this
first.
postseason. No, not even close. They're 11th. They are shooting 23.3 free throws per game in this postseason. The Nuggets, in the few games that they played, just 6, shot 30-plus free throws per game. The Oklahoma City Thunder. Now, some of those games are blowouts, and you don't have to go and get to the line.
And Jokic has the claw marks to back it up.
I grant you that, but the teams that are still in the postseason, the Knicks are sitting at 6th, the San Antonio Spurs are at 4, and the Cleveland Cavaliers, who played 18 postseason games, sit number 3 on that list. So out of the teams remaining, they are by far the lowest. I grant you that Cleveland is now out of it, but the other two teams that have played equally as the number of games, they're higher. So please don't give me that as an argument for it. Should we go to the regular season? They did it all regular season, so it's terrible. Care to guess the number? This is now 1 through 30. It changes the metrics. Where do they sit for free throws per game in the regular season?
You said 16th was their rank for the
11th out of 16 for the postseason.
I'm going to put them at 16 then.
They are at 17 out of 30 for the regular season. On the season, they shot, again, an average of 23.2 free throws per game. The Orlando Magic led the way with 27.5 per game. So they are exactly at their season average, which is 23.2 during the regular season, 23.3 during the postseason. They don't get to the line all that much more during the postseason than they did during the regular season. I'm sorry you're having a hard time. I'm sorry you don't like Alex Caruso. I'm sorry you don't like SGA. I'm sorry you don't like Isaiah Hartenstein bodying up on Victor Wembanyama. Oh, God forbid the little guy in the matchup get an advantage by using his physicality against a beanpole. The guy's 7'4". Really? You're going to try to tough up against him? Of course you are. Everybody, please shut up about this. You're watching greatness. I know that they're OKC. I know that their uniforms are ugly. I know that they left Seattle to go to the middle of America, where why on earth would you go to Oklahoma when you can be in the beautiful Pacific Northwest? I don't care. I sat and watched I haven't watched every second of every game, but in game 5, I watched nearly every second of that game. We decided to take a little hiatus from the beach, and I just sat back and watched that game. That team is really, really good, and they can do it with 100 different combinations out there in rotation. And if you can stop Victor Wembanyama and force those guys to play tough, I told you this earlier. I'm so sick of teams whining about the officiating in the NBA. Just go out there and play. Like, if they I'll tell the story again. I was coaching 8 and 9-year-old girls basketball, and my team came over and wanted me, they're pushing, they're doing this. And what I told them, if they're letting them get away with it, do the same thing back and see if they call it. Just toughen up, please, somebody in the NBA. If you want to stop these guys, you're going to have to. I expect them to win tonight and go on to take on the Knicks, which should be a ton of fun. Can't wait.
The Buzz.
Oh, speaking of the NBA, Adam Silver said that they are going to use AI to automate NBA challenges. I cannot figure out what this league is trying to do. I get that you're trying to speed things up. Say you're putting in a new camera system. People cannot stand AI, and they cannot stand NBA officiating. Let's combine the two. That'll get everybody. It's like every time they try to do something that they think people are going to get excited about, it ends up being the dumbest thing in the world. Oh, guess what? We're going to change up the format of the All-Star break again. Oh, give me a break. Hey, guess what? We're going to
deaf once again.
We're going to tune up the NBA play-in or whatever tournament it is, the Emirates Cup, the NBA Cup. Just keep trying things that don't work. Maybe take a note from baseball. I get that you're trying to do this to speed up the game. Try to figure out everything you can. Because my wife was half watching the game with me the other night. She goes, 4 minutes left. This is going to take an hour.
Again, you'd think with those big old ears that Adam Silver has, he'd listen to the people around him.
His ears are regular sized. His head is tiny. It just makes them look big. Please don't insult the man.
The Buzz.
Hey, let's go over to some baseball. Let's try to do this very quickly. The NFL, the Major League Baseball Players Association has put together their first CBA proposal. It includes something called a competitive integrity tax. They want to get paid more. They want the bottom teams to spend more money. They want it to be even. First step. The final agreement will look nothing like this. Don't think too much about it. But they are at least trying to show that they're aware of what the owner's interests might be. Their main thing is they do not want a salary cap. The owners most likely do. Ohtani, you want to guess where his ERA has dropped to after another shutout performance in 6 innings? He also led off the game with a home run again. We like to do our weekly watch on the ERA.
Let's go with 0.84.
0.82. He is pretty good. Struck out 7 batters on 99 pitches.
You're killing me
He did
today.
walk 4, the most walks he's had since 2023. Christopher Sanchez for the Phillies is having an incredible streak. He has just passed Grover Alexander for the longest scoreless streak with 44 2/3 innings as the Philadelphia Phillies. His ERA is huge, 1.47, and he is really, really great. In this little run he's had, 45 strikeouts, no run. He joins Chris Sale as the only pitcher to hit those marks. The White Sox had quite the pitching debut by David Sandlin. He threw in his season debut 61 pitches over 6 innings. That is the fewest pitches by average of a major league debut since 1988. That is 10.2 pitches per inning of work. And we'll finish it up with these two things very quickly. Your Seattle Seahawks are adding a new wide receiver and special teamer, a guy named Irvin Charles. In a trade with the Jets, they're trading a conditional 2028 7th-round pick in order to get the special teams maven. He had 14 special team tackles and a blocked punt last time he was healthy for a season. That was 2024. He missed all of last year with an ACL injury. And if you ask me, that is probably the missing piece for a repeat Super Bowl championship. And finally, scientists have figured out the way that birds track and figure out where they are. Care to guess the internal organ that gives them their internal GPS?
No, hit me with it. It's going to be a bad guess.
It is the liver. Let's walk over to the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk and see what we miss.
The liver?
Yeah, apparently there's some iron composite in their liver that gives them some sonar. They took the connection, they cut the line that sends that messaging to their brain, and the birds got lost on cloudy days. The liver.
First on the Fan, NASCAR has indefinitely suspended a member of Michael Jordan's race team after she allegedly used a golf cart to assault a 77-year-old man at Charlotte Motor Speedway last weekend. The sanctioning body announced Ivana Deneen Howell's punishment in its weekly penalty report report Wednesday for a behavioral incident. According to Cabarrus County court records, Howell, age 35, was arrested Saturday and charged with assaulting Dennis Manchester at the track. Incident details were not immediately available, but court records show that the judge found probable cause that Howell unlawfully, willfully, and feloniously did assault Dennis Manchester with a golf cart. You ever been hit by a golf cart?
No, but I've assaulted people with a golf cart. There's at least 3 incidents that come to mind that I am pretty notorious with the golf cart. I've never crashed one. I know people that have totaled them. I can count 3 or 4 people that have done that. That is not my problem. Actually, the assault thing is more of my MO, so I will make no comments on this because it will likely incriminate myself.
And for more sports scores and stories in 60 minutes, I'm Lowercase from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt missing work? Insurance companies acting like jerks? Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
The Fan is live on YouTube.
At Fan Happy Hour on X, you can find the link to play along. It is take your pick. We're choosing all of the Major League Baseball weekend series. Monday, the games will be the tiebreaker. All you got to do is pick the score. You win, you get invited to join the show. Our winner from last week has declined the invitation. But if he wins back-to-back, he said he would have to join us. So hopefully he'll have a better chance of that. Casey, I am looking through this slate of series this weekend. not a lot that's super exciting to me. I
Yeah,
mean,
not a lot that juices me up.
No, there's the matchup of the birds. You got the Blue Jays at the Orioles, but man, I mean, talk about two of the more disappointing teams. I mean, the Blue Jays make it to a World Series and now are among the bottom dwellers in their division. The Orioles sitting right there. I mean, if not for the Red Sox being off to a terrible start, I think these would both be bigger stories. But you've got two of the better teams in baseball at the top of the division. The Rays, people are still trying to figure out how and why. What they're doing is working. They're spending no money on people that hit no home runs, and they are doing nothing but winning, it seems.
And fans don't really show up to the stadium.
No, well, it's in St. Pete, and it's difficult because traffic goes the other way. But right now, you've got at least a division matchup. The Orioles have won 3 straight. The Blue Jays got a couple wins back-to-back. Do you have a feeling one way or the other, or it's a 4-game series, you can just pick split, which is probably the most likely scenario?
I was thinking the split, but I kind of want to go with Baltimore for this one.
All right. Well,
So I'm going to pick the O's.
Go with the Orioles if you must. At least the National League Central is interesting. You have the American League West, which we talked about earlier. The Seattle Mariners now in first place in that division, a game below 500. It remains that everybody in the National League Central is above 500. That includes the Cincinnati Reds, who are kind of fun to watch, and the Atlanta Braves, who have been absolutely scorching to start the season. Do you have any faith that the Reds can get a series win against the Bravos?
No, I got the Braves.
Not going that far. I'm going to scroll past a lot of these. You get to pick every single series, ladies and gentlemen, so that'll be a ton of fun for you. But looking at the same National League Central, Cubs at Cardinals. Are the Cardinals like really this good? Like, I didn't know who they had on their roster until I watched them play against the Mariners. Mariners actually got a road victory. I think they swept them in St. Louis earlier this season. But
we had the Cardinals game on the TV yesterday. Dustin May had a great performance on the mound.
They're looking pretty good, and the Cubs are going the wrong way. Okay, so I did not get to this in the Daily Buzz, or did I? Did you know? Okay, so the Cubs earlier this year had 2 10-game winning streaks. They're now on a 10-plus game losing streak.
They also had a walk-off streak for a few games. I remember.
They did. That was They had a home winning streak and a home walk-off streak that was 2 or 3. I think it was a 3-game series that they had all the walk-offs. They have since withered. Now, they're still floating around, they're 4 games above 500, and they're floating around the top of that division, but everybody's really close, so I don't know how much that says. The big difference is, in the last month, teams have started throwing them way more off-speed stuff. They are throwing breaking balls at astounding 37% clip. 5 of the top 10 most seen breaking balls are Cubs hitters. So whatever team figured it out, just start spinning at these guys and they cannot hit the curve. It seems to be working. So I'm going to pick St. Louis in this. The Cubs are going the wrong way, and there seems to be a pretty easy antidote to it. So it's just keep throwing them garbage.
Pete Crow Armstrong is really struggling right now. Ever since he had that little dust up with the lady from the Chicago White Sox, he is hitting 160 with 8 hits, 2 home runs, 7 RBIs, and 5 runs in 15 games.
What if we find out that lady is related to Bartman? No. Yeah, the Cubs have been awful. Like I said, 5 of the top 10 most seen breaking balls are on the Cubs roster. They were crushing the fastball. So maybe we should stop throwing fastballs.
Maybe stop throwing fastballs.
Seems to be working, and the fact that I know about it makes me think the Cardinals know about it. So unless the Cubs can figure it out, I think they're going to keep seeing that, and they're going to keep dropping in the standings. White Sox, the other team from Chicago, is one of those few American League teams that is above 500. I know that you love them.
Big fan of their energy.
Do you like them to beat the Tigers?
I do.
Weekend?
I think that Raccoon Nishida, he's adding a lot of juice to that locker room. He was doing the Stone Cold Stunner. He was having interviews where people were comparing him to Ichiro, and he went, no. Don't compare me to Ichiro. I hate that I wear 51. I got to change my number.
Are you starting to feel the White Sox more than the Yankees? Every time I bring up every time I bring up the White Sox, I know you're wearing.
Let's not go too far.
All right.
Let's not go too far.
You get a lot more excited to talk about the White Sox.
I get very excited.
I know. Just
I love me some Murakami.
I'm not saying that you would change as a person, but you'd be a lot cooler if you were a White Sox fan.
I can't do it.
I'm just saying.
It's a lot of misery. I can't do it.
You know what? When was the last time the Yankees won a World Series?
2009. Says right
And
here.
and
says on my hat.
And how old were you?
I was 8.
A lot of misery. You know what? The problem is you might be the curse for the Yankees, and so
I might be the curse for the Yankees.
You switch out of it, and then they'll start winning for sure. But you know what? Misery is one of those things where you can be walking through an airport wearing your White Sox hat, and people give you kind of a hang in their bud. Versus being a Yankees, if they're winning, they're just going to flip you off, which is officially the Yankees salute. So.
Well, if I'm wearing my Murakami jersey in the airport, maybe I'll
but
get
if you're
some
wearing
love.
it with a Yankees hat, like the guy's hit 20 home runs. By the way, Munetake Murakami, forget the 20 home runs. I think I already told you this.
You did.
Got his first stolen base over the weekend. Dual threat!
He can do it all.
There's nothing this man can't do. Watch out, ladies and gentlemen.
Maybe hit more than 5 extra base hits, but
Hey, don't worry about it. Well, home runs and extra base
home
hit.
runs count.
That's right. That is correct. The Yankees are at some cow pasture in Sacramento to take on the Athletics. I assume you're going to take your team from New York. Tell me why I should be excited about them in something close to the tone that you talked about the White Sox in.
No more Volpe. No more Volpe.
Even you hate the Yankees. A player leaves and you're more excited about that than the guys that are still there playing.
Oh, I love me some Cody Bellinger.
You didn't bring that up.
I brought it up at the start of the season.
Yes, I know, but you didn't. What I asked you to be excited about, first thing you brought up the guys that aren't there. That's a Yankees fan. Your Yankee fandom is a pessimist. Your White Sox fandom is an optimist. I'm telling you, this might be worth the switch. Text in 503-864-6326. Help me convince Casey why he'd be a lot cooler if he was a White Sox fan.
If Murakami wins Rookie of the Year, I'll think about it.
Ooh, I like that. Murakami gets Rookie of the Year. What do they need to do if they make the postseason and he wins Rookie of the Year? You switch.
I think I have to be all in for them as my NL team.
They're an American League team.
Oh, then I can't do it. I can't do it.
Yes, come on. What else do they have to do? They have to go to the World Series?
They have to give up the pinstripes.
They have to give up That's the thing. If they're pinstripes, you don't have to make that much of a switch. It's the closest switch uniform-wise. You go over there. They got the socks on the hat. I mean, the whole thing. It's a good look.
It's not a bad look.
You'd be a lot cooler if you were a White Sox. Southside Chicago. You've got a little Southside vibe, do you? This whole thing is working for me. Arizona Diamondbacks are a pretty good baseball team. Every time I look ahead to the schedule, I go, oh, this shouldn't be too terribly hard of a series coming up. That'll be a
Ketel
little
Marte
brief.
hit one of the hardest hitting home runs I think I've seen.
Yeah, but
in
how
a
was his
long
bat
time.
flip?
Kind of just shrugged it off like it was like he knew.
I'm telling you, he's got a little of that Josh Naylor in him. Diamondbacks are on a 5-game win streak. They head to Seattle. Are you taking the Snakes or are you taking the Mariners?
I will take the Serpientes in this one.
All right, I don't love that. And a series that I'm actually excited for. The Phillies have been very, very good after a very, very bad start. The Dodgers have been good. They're not lighting the world on fire, but they have been a very good team. They're on a 5-game winning streak of their own. Phillies Dodgers feels like a possible, late round National League series. They both play in the National League, Casey. I should let you know since you're not familiar with the leagues and how they're divided up, but that should be a good one.
The White Sox are the White Sox again. Can't ask me to name White Sox history over here.
Hey, you're a brand new fan. You just started. You've got a White Sox jersey. You've got a White Sox jersey arriving any day.
It's a Japan jersey.
Just get a hat to go. You didn't get the White Sox one.
Again, it's pinstripes. I can't do it.
All right, you can get one of the red ones with the collar that Chris Sale cut off back in the day.
Those were a little expensive.
All right. Well, hey, jump on X, go to @FanHappyHour, find the form to play, take your pick, go to my personal Facebook page. You can find it there as well. It's easy. It's fun. I've started to look at and started thinking about it. I think we're going to put the entire NFL season up. We're shooting for early in June to get that up. You'll have all summer to pick every single NFL game, and then we'll play the week-to-week game as we get closer to football season. That's the whole reason we started this thing. But I'm really enjoying the Major League Series. It's fun. It's a good way to keep track of everything that's going on with the teams around baseball, and it's been a blast for me. So jump on, enjoy. You don't have to know
It's keeping
anything.
me invested in the teams that aren't the Yankees.
Yeah, it's a fun way to kind of take a glance at the standings. Go, who's hot, who's not. You certainly don't need a reason to watch something like the Phillies Dodgers or watch your team, but the Giants and the Rockies. Well, there's your reason. Let's do one more for the road. Is going to be about Donald Trump saving lives, and I think this one will be heartwarming for you. So listen. We're at war. Gas prices are going up. You haven't heard a lot of good news about the president, but indirectly saved the life of somebody that might otherwise have gone the wayside. We'll tell you what that story is next. It's Happy Hour on 105.1 and the Fan Sports Network.
The Fan. with Luke Anderson.
All right, if you missed anything from the from the show, use the podcast, 1051thefan.com, Odyssey.com, the Odyssey app. We got to go quick. Casey, what are people saying on the text, toy, and YouTube chats we need to address?
Raise your hand if your team is in first place.
Hey, let's do it.
Notice my hand is down.
Well, you don't hear many things that are good news out of our government these days and decisions our president is making, but maybe he has just saved a life. A buffalo was sold to a ritual slaughterer in India and was going to be sacrificed, but because of a post showing the albino buffalo with a blonde tuft of hair that resembled the president, the government has stepped in to intervene, and the buffalo, nicknamed Donald Trump, has been saved from the ritual sacrifice. So if you're looking for some good news for your Thursday, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The buffalo is beautiful. If you want to go and look at pictures and see if he resembles your president, I think you'll find that, yes, in fact, he does. Hey, big thanks to Joe Fisher for filling in while I was out. Of course, thank you to everybody that is listening. Thank you, Lowercase. And thank you, Isaac Robb. We're all done for now. Bye-bye.
And that's to